friends, it's me, your friendly neighborhood kid witch Tara, and welcome to Recipes for the Cooking Impaired. Yes, cooking impaired, because we could all use a little suggestion or inspiration in the kitchen. What can we whip up? I got an idea for you. Today we're going to do a side dish. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button if you're not already a cooking impaired foodie friend. And hit that like button if you like this video. And feel free to share. Please share. We can always use more friends in this group. And today we're going to do dill and garlic mixed vegetables. 12 ounces of frozen vegetables. 1 cup of broth. And I put just broth because then that way it gives you a little wiggle room. You can do beef broth. You could do chicken broth. If you want to go vegetarian, you can do vegetable broth. I'm doing beef broth today. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of butter or butter substitute, 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan. If you're doing this as a vegetarian or a vegan option, not vegetarian, but vegan, you can either use a switching of cheeses, like Daya has some brands that are vegan, or you could just take the Parmesan out of the equation altogether. That's totally fine. 1 tablespoon of parsley, 1 teaspoon of dill, and 1 teaspoon of chives. Alright, so guys, this one's really fast, really easy, but it really changes up those vegetables as your side dish. And for my metric friends, I got you covered. Here we go. La 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 la. We're done. Alright, let's head into the kitchen and get started, shall we? Have a pan on medium heat. We got our vegetables, frozen vegetables. Yes, hear that sizzle. And our broth. You're going to cook it in the broth. Once the vegetables are done, we're going to take the vegetables off the heat, and we're going to strain out the broth. Now, you can save the broth if you want, because this is just vegetables. There's nothing wrong with reusing the broth, but we're not going to continue using the broth for this recipe. We're just cooking it in the broth. Now I have beef broth. You can use chicken broth. If you're going with a vegetarian or vegan option, then you can use vegetable broth to mix your vegetables with. Either one's fine. So we're going to give that a few minutes because it's got to completely cook. And then we'll separate. Okay, guys, the vegetables are cooked. I'm going to drain the juice and get the vegetables out of this pan, put it in a separate container, because we are now going to make a sauce to put the vegetables into. I'm back. It doesn't have to be washed out because the vegetables are going right back in. Once we have our sauce. So you got our butter. It's going into the pan. And melt that down. We also have our seasonings all mixed together. That's going to go in as well. Once this is melted, we're going to add our vegetables and just mix it together. Alright guys, it's all melted. We're going to add in the vegetables. Oop, I missed a carrot. There we go. And then stir it together. Then we're going to take it off the heat and we're going to add the parsley and the Parmesan. If you are doing this as a vegetarian meal or vegetarian dish, don't add the Parmesan unless you're doing a vegan vegetarian alternative. Okie dokie. All right. All right, so we have 2 tablespoons of Parmesan grated. 1, 2, and 1 tablespoon of parsley. A little bit fell out, that's okay. Oh my gosh, that's the end of my parsley. Woohoo! All right, and you just get that all stirred in. And this is now ready to serve. As I promised, guys, this is a fast dish. Tastes best hot. Really good little side option. And I'm going to say for now, bye. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment. And until I see you again, I miss your faces already. Bye. Mwah.